my review for Hell or High Water. Hell or High Water stars Jeff Bridges, Chris Pine, and Ben Foster, and it follows two different groups of people. Two are police officers that are going after the other two bank robbers, played by Chris Pine and Ben Foster, and the two police officers played by Jeff Bridges and another guy that I do not know the name of. So Hell or High Water has been praised to a crazy degree. This has been called one of the best movies by the year. In fact, Christian Arloff from Schmoes Know called this the best movie of the year and one of the best from this decade. Now, of course, this led me to have huge excitement level for this movie. I was stoked to see it. And I definitely love this movie. It wasn't as good as I had expected it to be, but it was definitely a great movie. So the plot basically follows Chris Pine and Ben Foster, who are bank robbers, and they are stealing for an unknown reason, but they are causing a lot of commotion and a lot of trouble. Now, this is a premise we have seen multiple times put on screen, and each time that you see it, you want something different from this movie. You want something different from the movie. And what I can say is that though this movie isn't very different, you still feel strong connections with the character, which you usually don't get in these type of movies, because the characters were very well realized. They were great characters, very well written, and you actually cared about them, even though they were doing some bad stuff. And even the cop characters you got to care about, so you were sort of on two sides. And what I really liked about this movie is that they split you up, and you had to try to choose which side you were on, yet at the same time you felt that you could choose both of them, and you wanted both of them to succeed in a very strange way. That was great juxtaposition in the movie. And of course, I don't think that that would have been great without the fantastic performances from everyone in this entire movie. Everybody did fantastic. Everybody, even if they had one line, or even if they had half of the lines in the movie, everybody was great. But Jeff Bridges, I definitely think will get an Oscar nomination for this movie because he was excellent. He does the thing that he does occasionally. You know, he did an R.I.P.D. Oh God, I don't want to think about that movie, but he does that occasionally, and it can be annoying. However, in this one, it was in a very contained, controlled way, which I really enjoyed. And also, this movie is incredibly entertaining. It's a very fun movie. It's also a very gritty movie, which you don't get oftentimes. You usually get a movie has to either be very well done and have a really great feel for what it is, or it has to be entertaining. And what I love about this movie is that it combines both of those to the point that one doesn't go over the other, but instead it's a nice mixture of the two, because this movie is also very well done. The writing is excellent. I definitely think that this script could be nominated for Best Original Script. And the direction is also very good, and it's just an overall well-made movie while also still being entertaining. And it's also very rewatchable. In fact, I really want to go see it again. I might just go see it again because it's a very fun and entertaining movie. The action scenes are amazing, especially the final one, because it's a very emotional action scene, and there's a lot of stuff going on, yet also the action feels very real, similar to Seven Samurai. They combined really good action with realism, which you rarely ever see. They usually have to pick one or the other, realistic violence or fun action. And this movie was able to combine them, and the action sequences were very intense. They start off the movie with a bank robbery, and it was a very intense bank robbery and got me very invested in the movie right from the start. The pacing is very good. It goes by it's not like it goes by like that, but it goes by at the right pace. They knew exactly how to pace this movie correctly. And also, some of the funny moments in this movie, too, really gave it a light heart. There's a specific moment in a cafe where there are two guys ordering a steak. That is a hilarious scene. That's one of the funniest scenes I've seen all year. It's so well realized, and the characters in it, that was some of the best acting I've also seen all year, just in a singular scene. If there was an Academy Award for Best Singular Scene, that one would easily win it. That was an awesome scene, but also just throughout the movie, they have little shades of comedy sprinkled through the dialogue that was very well done. And also, there is a lot of symbolism in some of the shots. That sounds sort of weird, but there's certain shots of just two characters, and in that one shot, it completely shows their character. and it completely shows why they're doing what they're doing, and it completely shows everything without a single line of dialogue, just the characters and their expressions, which also was an awesome part about this movie. There are a lot of things that I loved about this movie, and I did forget my notebook to see this movie, so I had to write points later afterwards on my phone. Because of that, I did not come up with too many too many bads. However, I do have one that was very glaring, which is the movie at times you weren't invested in the plot. Occasionally, it felt quite dull, and you didn't really care what was going on. But that was only occasionally. It was sprinkled here and there, and it didn't happen constantly. But overall, I just really loved Hell or High Water. It's a very good movie, and gets better and better the more you think about it. Coming out, I thought, okay, this is a 7.5, but after more thought, after more consideration, I can easily say that this movie gets an 8.25 out of 10. Very entertaining, very well done, and I would absolutely recommend checking this one out. It's not a movie that should go under the radar at all, and so far it hasn't, because it is getting great reviews, and very well-deserved great reviews. Alright, that concludes my review for Hell or High Water. What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.